Hello friends, in this lecture we discuss about simple storage service, that is S3. S3 is a object-based data which consists of actually key name, that is name of your file, then the value, that is a simple data which made of sequence of bytes, then a version ID, it's important for versioning, then a metadata, it's a data about data storing. Okay, so it's also store unlimited amount of data. You can maximum upload the data up to 5 TB, that is 0 to 5 TB. For single part upload, the size of the data is 0 to 5 GB, and for multiple, that is multi-part upload, you can upload the data up to 0 to 5 TB. Okay, then next is a bucket name. Bucket name is unique across all availability zone, means you're not able to give same name to two different buckets in any availability zone. Okay, it provides you the 99% of availability and 11 times 9% of durability on each successful upload. Means when you upload your objects or data on S3, you will get a HTTP 200 code, that is your data is successfully uploaded. Then the life cycle rule. In life cycle means it's used to move any object to different storage class, that is you can move your objects from standard to infrequent, glacier or Vanzonaya, and you can schedule a time, means when to delete that object from the bucket. Next is a versioning. For each objects gives a versioning. When you enable versioning, each new object of upload, you will get a version ID. Okay, versioning can restore the previous version also. When you delete any object, the previous version is automatically restored. Versioning only can be suspended, you cannot be disabled versioning. Okay, then next is MFA. First is a multi-factor authentication. You can restrict any user for deleting your object using MFA. For MFA, versioning must be enabled. Okay, next is and the last point is all new objects are private by default. When you upload any new object, then you by default it's a private, you cannot access that using S3 link. For that you must be make that object as a public to view that object. Okay, the next thing we are going to learn about the S3 encryption. There are two different types of encryption, that is server side encryption and client side encryption. Server side encryption include SSE AES, that is S3 handles the key and use 256 algorithm. Then SSE KMS, that is encryption via KMS and you manage the key. And then SSEC, that is customer provided key. And the second one is a client side encryption when encrypt your own file before uploading to S3. In given diagram, it shows that when client have an object and its own key, then he uploaded the object in S3, then he should encrypt object using any security, that is a KMS or using a AES 256. Now we learn on different storage class. There are 6 different storage class. First is a standard storage class. It is a fast, it provides you with a 99.9% availability and 11 times 9% of durability. It shows across 3 availability zones. It designed to sustain loss of 2 availability zones. Okay, next is a infrequent access. Fast data access less frequently, but you need a rapid data access. Okay, so you can access files fast less than a month, but for that additional retrieval fee is required. Its cost 50% less than the standard. Then OneZone, it's a lower cost option for infrequent accessing data. Data exists only one availability zone. It provide availability as a 99.5%, which is cheaper than standard I, and here retrieval fee also applied. Then next type is Glacier. Glacier is the durable and low cost storage. It can store data for long term use. Also it can use the cold storage. For retrieving data it can take minutes to hour. Then last uh, is a Glacier Deep Archive. It is the lowest storage class. Retrieval time required is almost 12 hours. In next slide, difference between storage class is given. Please go through it. It helps you for the solution architect exam. Here given as a standard S3I, S3 one zone I and Glacier difference. Next thing we learn about the cross region replication. It replicates files across different availability zones. For CRR, that is cross region replication, versioning must be enabled for both source and destination buckets. Okay, it can also replicate objects in another AWS account. If we delete the object in one bucket, it deletes the object in another availability zone or account. Okay. Then next is the transfer acceleration. It uses a CDN network for fast and secure up from anywhere in the world. Means you can upload any file on web anywhere in the world. In a transfer acceleration, data is uploaded on edge location for fast access, and for that it uses a distinct URL to access your data. Distinct URL also used to upload the files in S3. Pre-signed URL, here we can generate a temporary URL to access and download our S3 objects. Also we can set the default view time as a 300 seconds. After that URL is inaccessible. That's all for today's lecture. In next lecture we learn about the EC2.